Welcome in to the latest edition of Extra Time, and what has been a bumper edition of the show. Frank Leboeuf is with us, and Frank in Manchester City. Manchester City is there. Your microphone's completely gone. Oh, hallelujah! Just me and you, Frank. If you're a teammate of Kyle Walker, wouldn't you be embarrassed on what he did today with that fake injury?
Whoa. The green light's on.
Well, there we are. Let's sort it out.
Yeah, but we don't want to hear you anymore. Yes, I would be, and I will tell him in a nice way. I would say, Kyle, don't do that anymore, please. The shame is on you. Everybody's going to see that nobody touched you, and you're not that type of player. Don't do that anymore, because he put the shame on everybody. Yes, I will tell him.
We've just had a quick pit stop. Unfortunately, Craig's microphone, I think, is now working. What a treat for us all.
Testing.
Would you say anything in the dressing room to Kyle Walker?
What was your question?
I've just asked the question. Your ears are still working, aren't they?
No, but I was concentrating because we had one of the fastest Formula 1 pit stops ever there.
Would you have a word with Kyle Walker if he was your teammate after what he did?
What did Frank say?
What does that mean? What difference does that make? You're your own man, you're independent, you don't need any influence from anyone else?
Got enough to worry about.
No?
I'm more worried about my mic.
So the main question, of course, of the day, will they now call you Nostradamus? As I was the only one out of the whole team, the whole of the ESPN FC group, to predict a Manchester United win. It would have been.
Sometimes you just guess the. See,
no, this was one of those. We've seen a lot of Manchester City,
yes.
And even you talking yesterday or whenever it was asked you're almost persuading yourself out of it because.
Hold on. Man United were winning this game 1-0.
Manchester City were.
Man City winning this game up until the 89th minute.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'll be honest with you. I am up to here. Here.
Yep.
Here, with these bloody predictions.
Oh, because you get them wrong. That's why.
No, because you know when the producer sends a text or an email, give me a prediction, just go like that. Just to make them go away.
Just because I was right.
Just to make them go away, go like, 2-1.
Yeah.
Who cares? Predictions.
Well, I care when I get it right.
I know you do.
Make sure everyone knows.
You tweet it out.
Tweet it out. It's everywhere.
Tweet it
MySpace, Friends for United, the whole lot.
Well, if I was you,
yes.
Since you're such a clever clogs,
yes.
I think you should go in there and bash the door down for a new salary.
Oh, do you think that's what salaries are justified on?
Hot predictions.
Getting predictions right. I'll tell you what, if that was the case, Frank would get nothing after saying Canada would win the World Cup.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't mean we don't know football because we have the wrong prediction. If we knew all the prediction, I wouldn't be working here. I would just bet on everything and be a billionaire every week. So it doesn't mean having a wrong prediction.
You're taking this a bit seriously. It's all right.
Okay, whatever.
Is it an overreaction to want to sell Silva, Walker, Grealish, and Gundogan?
Well, I believe Gundogan's back in a short-term contract again.
Yes.
He left on a free the last time. Bernardo Silva, they've been talking about him before, particularly going to Barcelona. I think that ship has sailed now. What are the other people?
Walker.
Well,
Grealish.
They're all coming towards the end of their career. Jack Grealish not, but if you sell them, who else are you going to put in? I mean, Jeremy Doku's a young player. Quick, lively, sometimes just sort of head down, same thing all the time. So, there's always a natural evolution. We've seen it before at this club with Fernandinho, Vincent Kompany, and David Silva. So you can't just rush to panic. So that's not going to happen.
Frank, thoughts on the rumour? I haven't heard these rumours actually. Thoughts on the rumours that Manchester City will make a move for Paul Pogba?
Oh. Wow.
Well, what they need is...
So do you think Paul Pogba...
What they don't need is another player that would... This is just nonsense, right?
Yeah.
What they don't need is a player who hasn't played for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
And when he last played, for quite a considerable period of time, was playing at, let me be nice here, at a leisurely pace.
Right. So you think the legs that City
you may have noticed if you're watching Man City, one of the problems they have is they have too many players now that are struggling to inject that pace and physicality into the game and in the engine room. So that's not.
I think it would be a wrong decision for both sides, in a way that City is looking for somebody confident about himself, knowing his football, and Pogba doesn't anymore, because we don't know how he's going to react after more than a year. I don't know how many times, more than a year outside of the top football. And for Pogba, you look for a team who's going to fight for you, who are also confident about its football, to make sure that when you include yourself, you're not going to be disturbing that process. So I don't think it's going to work for either City or Pogba.
For Frank, is Lisandro Martinez currently the best ball-playing centre-back in the Premier League?
Well, he's one of the best, and today I have to say he impressed me a lot. Very calm, technically, he did some very good stuff. I don't know if he's the best. Let me think.
Van
I think
Dijk's
Ruben
pretty
Diaz is pretty. Yeah, Ruben Diaz is pretty easy as well, and of course, Virgil van Dijk as well. And you have some others, but Lisandro Martinez. If I have question mark defensively, because sometimes he loses his mind, but when he has the ball, he knows what to do.
Craig, why have Arsenal become so slow, backwards passing, afraid to lose? Is it just a lack of is it just a lack of a striker or more?
No, it's not just that, but they quite a lot of times they are, because Martinelli's been a bit up and down, right? You never know what you're going to get from him. Fast, but a little bit inconsistent. So most of their play sort of manoeuvres down to that right side, and then, because Saka's such a good player, so Odegaard sort of gravitates over there as well, and Timber's been strong in the right back position when he's played there, and so a lot of their moves sort of gravitate to that side, and it can become then a little predictable and a little bit congested, because every time you see Saka, there's usually two on him, you know what I mean? And Odegaard always attracts defenders close to him if he's not been man-marked. So that's part of it, that they've not been able to use both sides of the field as much. And the other side of it as well is they are lacking a player in that position without going into it anymore.
Craig, thoughts on the non-stop Levy out chants during Tottenham's game against Southampton?
Yeah, I think this is a Levy stroke Enoch, which is ownership. I don't know. I think there's a long. You'd have to ask some Spurs people. Our Spurs supporting producer is on
he's back.
He's on a sort of busman's holiday at the moment.
Yeah,
he's back.
He's back tomorrow.
Most people.
Yes. He saw Spurs draw against Rangers and lose against Chelsea.
Most people take a vacation. They're thinking about some all-inclusive 5-star, maybe a beach.
Yeah.
Bit of jet skiing, bit of sun.
Jet skiing.
Snorkeling. Our Spurs supporting producer.
Yeah, Glasgow.
London, traffic, watching Tottenham getting hammered. Up to Scotland, deep-fried Mars bars.
He said he tried haggis, he wasn't impressed.
Lots of Scottish people that he had no idea what they're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
recreating train spotting.
Pouring the rain, cold. Walking into a pub and going, what are you looking at?
He said a lot of people look like Stevie.
Yeah, fair skin, gingered hair. I don't know, there's a long-standing issue about the way that I think Daniel Levy have run the club, albeit they've built this new stadium. But I think there's a long-standing frustration there. I don't know, I'm trying to answer the question. What?
It's a bit by producers making jokes. They're not funny. What's turned Enzo Fernandez's form around? Is he Chelsea's second best player this season?
Maybe the fact that Enzo Maresca decided to put him in a B team at a certain point, him, champion of the world, saying, you know what, you're not good enough, so I'm going to put Lavia and Caicedo. And maybe it was a kind of an alarm clock to Enzo Fernandez, say, oh my God, I'm in danger right now. And he came back, and I have to say, he's been very impressive. The assist today again, the work that he makes, pairing Caicedo. I thought Lavia would be settled down easily and we would never see Enzo Fernandez again. but Enzo Fernandez has pride, and he showed to the world that definitely will be one of the two in the middle of the park with at Chelsea.
I wouldn't even put him up there. I mean, I would go Cole Palmer, Nico Jackson, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. So
all very high standard, it's not like...
Yeah, absolutely. But it probably tells you why they are where they are, that there are players that have played better than him for longer than him.
Final question, Craig.
Madueke as well.
Madueke as well, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Madueke, you have to put him. I mean, how much he changes his game comparing with last year. I mean, amazing.
And Cucurella's got better, though. He was a bit crazy.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, you had a go at Cucurella, didn't you, Frank? You made all those headlines last year.
Oh, yeah, but I don't regret anything I said, that wasn't, I mean, that would have been unfair to say that he was the best player in the world last season. No, of course not. But it will be unfair to not recognize that the guy is amazing right now. That it's only fair. I'm just doing my job.
Yep.
I think what helped him was that he went away in the summer with Spain and played well.
Yeah.
So it sort of took away anything before. So he's now coming back this super confident player, rather than if he goes away with Spain, doesn't play or has a bad tournament, he doesn't come back the same player. But again, it shows you what that confidence does for you.
Final question, Craig. Who do you think has a better chance of winning their league? Atalanta, Atletico Madrid, or Chelsea?
I'm going to say Atalanta. I think Atalanta. I think for Atleti to win it, there's a couple of big hurdles they're going to have to jump over, and the same for Chelsea, with Liverpool and Arsenal at least. But not that Atalanta don't. But Gasperini, my favourites. He's been in there quite some time, so he's got a lot of know-how about that squad. So I would say Atalanta have the best chance.